Not really trying to get in his personal business. Probably just showing him that, I could do anything, especially in your backyard.
Lamont Roach Jr. makes bold move ahead of showdown with Gervonta Tank Davis. Lamont Roach Jr. has made headlines with a bold move, teaming up with none other than boxing legend Floyd Mayweather as he prepares for his highly anticipated clash against Gervonta Tank Davis. With less than 2 weeks remaining until fight night, the buzz surrounding this matchup is hitting a fever pitch. Both fighters have been lighting up social media with fiery exchanges and intense training videos, making one thing crystal clear: they're both ready for war. But Roach's decision to train with Mayweather has added an electrifying twist to the narrative.
And naysayers and all this and all that, people talking shit about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog.
And fans are starting to wonder, could this legendary partnership be the key to an upset? Mayweather, known for his undefeated record and defensive mastery, is one of the most iconic figures in the sport. His style, built on precision, patience, and unrivaled ring IQ, has frustrated countless opponents over the years. Roach choice to work with such a cerebral tactician shows just how seriously he's taking this fight. Fans are already speculating that Mayweather's influence could elevate Roach's game to new heights. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis is far from idle. A recent training video of the knockout artist went viral, showing him refining his hand speed on the mitts under the close eye of his trainer, Patrice B.G. Harris. In the clip, Davis unleashed rapid uppercuts with his signature power and aggression. While many praised his sharpness, some fans were less impressed, commenting that his speed looked a bit off compared to usual. One fan even suggested that Shakur Stevenson would outpace Davis easily in a speed contest still. Davis remains laser-focused. He's determined to silence the doubters when the bell rings. The hype only intensified when PBC dropped a promotional Instagram post for the fight, captioned "War Ready." On March 1st, undefeated boxing superstar and WBA lightweight world champion returns to the battlefield against WBA super featherweight world champion, one-on-one. DBC PPV on Prime Video. The post quickly grabbed the attention of boxing fans, but it was Roach's response that truly sparked conversation. Resharing the video to his Instagram story, he added just 2 words: upset alert. And Roach's confidence isn't just talk. The Washington, D.C. native boasts an impressive record of 25-1-1 with 10 knockouts. In his most recent bout, he dominated Vergil McCrory with a TKO victory, dropping him once in the 3rd round and twice in the 4th before sealing the win.
Roach's been able to solve Tank Davis. What do you need to do together with you and your team and obviously your son to score that victory?
We got a game plan. We're going to execute it, and we're going to get the
Move
results.
that head, bob and weave.
Roach has consistently proven he's a dangerous opponent, armed with speed, power, and undeniable heart. Still, stepping into the lightweight division to face a powerhouse like Davis is a major leap. Davis, known for his knockout prowess, poses a serious threat. His relentless pressure and ability to end fights in a blink of an eye have earned him a fearsome reputation. His last bout, a knockout win over Frank Martin in June, was yet another example of his brutal finishing ability. Despite critiques of his recent training footage, Davis remains the heavy favorite going into the March 1st showdown. But Roach isn't backing down, and with Mayweather in his corner, fans are starting to believe that an upset just might be in the making. Not everyone's sold on the matchup.
On my kids, he was shaking on this time. On my kids, he was shaking. How you gonna say it's cap? And it gotta be. You gonna say it's cap? I'm watching them. Gotta be. I know, son. His father was up here shaking on the what's the name? He was shaking on the.
Thank everybody that played a part in it. My team, Roberto Diaz, Gary Jonas.
Bouts, pressure, and the power of the unknown despite the growing anticipation surrounding Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach Jr. Not everyone is thrilled about the matchup. Some fans have voiced their frustration, questioning why Davis is fighting Roach instead of more high-profile names in the lightweight division. There have been widespread calls for Davis to step into the ring with top-tier contenders like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney, fighters many see as legitimate threats to his dominance. This criticism has only added to the pressure already on Davis's shoulders. Now,
he's had a fantastic career in that sense, in terms of his earnings, his popularity. I mean, he's been a multi-weight world champion, but in terms of, where his potential could have got him on a pure boxing sense, could be better in terms of where
it's not just about winning. It's about winning decisively. The expectation is clear. Anything less than a dominant performance may not be enough to silence his critics. While Davis has remained mostly silent, letting his training videos speak for themselves, Roach has been more outspoken. His upset alert post wasn't just a bold prediction. It was a statement of intent. Roach is entering this fight with unwavering confidence and zero fear. So, where is this surge of belief coming from? Many point to the influence of Floyd Mayweather, training alongside the undefeated icon.
Is Keyshawn the one that can crack their Gervonta code?
Gervonta can be beat easily, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, we hear you say he could be beat easily. Why? Yeah, he could be beat easily.
Who went 50-0 in his career, could give Roach the mental edge needed to face someone as dangerous as Davis. Mayweather's presence in Roach's camp isn't just symbolic, it represents a strategic mindset shift, a sharpening of defense, timing, and composure under pressure. Still, Davis's supporters remain skeptical. They argue that no amount of time with Mayweather can prepare Roach for the sheer power Davis brings to the ring, hype or defies it. And while conversations around Davis's potential early retirement continue to stir debate, this upcoming clash has temporarily shifted the spotlight back to the ring. Love him or doubt him, Davis remains one of boxing's biggest box office attractions. Every time he steps into the ring, the world watches. This time, all eyes are on whether he'll dominate as expected, or if Lamont Roach Jr. will
Hey, who is the dude? Who is the dude?
And that right there is why Gervonta Davis fights don't go the distance.
Shock the world. Training footage sparks controversy as Davis faces growing scrutiny ahead of March 1st. Gervonta, Tank Davis's latest training footage, intended to excite fans, has instead ignited a wave of criticism and debate across social media. While Davis is no stranger to controversy both in and out of the ring, the timing of the backlash couldn't be worse as he prepares to defend his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach Jr. on March 1st at the Barclays Center. Originally slated for December, the bout was rescheduled, leaving fans eagerly awaiting Davis' return since his emphatic 8th-round knockout of Frank Martin back in June. That performance reminded the boxing world just how dangerous Davis can be, and expectations were high when footage surfaced of him back in training with longtime coach Patrice Boog Harris. But what was supposed to showcase Davis's sharpness quickly took a different turn. In the now viral clip, Davis is seen working on his signature uppercut drill, throwing rapid punches while ducking under Harris' extended arms. It's a familiar routine meant to refine his timing, hand speed, and reflexes. Harris, who also gained attention for training actor Michael B. Jordan in Creed, proudly posted the footage on Instagram with the caption, "Just touching up with Gervonta." Ring Magazine followed suit, sharing the video with the headline, "Gervonta tanked Davis showing off his hand speed ahead of March 1st. But instead of praise, the video was met with harsh criticism. "Hand speed slow. I shouldn't be able to see those punches," one fan commented bluntly.
Instead of receiving praise,
another added, "I see Shakur piecing him up, TBH." The comparisons to Shakur Stevenson were inevitable. Known for his elite speed and precision, Stevenson is widely regarded as one of boxing's most technically gifted fighters, an ideal measuring stick, perhaps, for someone like Davis. While many argued the video was just a snapshot and not representative of Davis's full preparation, the social media backlash continued. Comments poured in and Shakur got better hand speed. WGC. For the opponent he's fighting, who gives an expletive. Critics.
I say 9th round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
I'm telling you, you saying you going down in a 9?
Weren't just targeting Davis's speed. They were questioning the matchup itself. Lamont Roach Jr., though technically sound and respected in boxing circles, is moving up in weight to face one of the sport's most feared punchers. Many feel Roach is out of his depth, and Davis's superior power, speed, and finishing ability make him the overwhelming favorite. ALL for Lamont Roach? One fan wrote mockingly, Samek. Another added, this fight's a joke. Roach ain't a threat. The scrutiny didn't stop there. Fans began dragging Davis's behavior outside the ring into the conversation, particularly his frequent social media antics. Known for
the people who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get them. I'm gonna beat his ass.
He can't do it.
For real. So y'all better be quiet.
For trash-talking fellow fighters like Terence Crawford and Devin Haney, Davis often engages in heated Twitter exchanges that rarely result in real fights. Lamont Roach? That's who you fighting? But you act like you about to beat everyone's ass on Twitter, one frustrated fan vented. Davis's rocky history with social media is well known. He's clashed not only with rivals but also with former mentor Floyd Mayweather Jr. Their public falling out was messy, with Davis accusing Mayweather of holding him back, while Mayweather took jabs at Davis's maturity and professionalism. Though they've gone their separate ways, the tension lingers, and some fans speculate that Davis's recent opponent choices are an intentional break from the Mayweather-style matchmaking strategy. Still, despite the backlash, many remain confident in Davis' abilities. Historically, Tank is known to start slow, spending the early rounds studying his opponents before unleashing his full power. Fans expect a similar game plan on March 1st. The real question is, can Roach survive the early rounds and make this fight competitive? While Davis remains the heavy favorite, boxing's greatest appeal lies in its unpredictability.
You said what? You said what? Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for this to talk. How much you want back? How much?
One punch can change everything. And if Roach can withstand the early storm, the stage is set for a potential shocker. What's next for Gervonta Davis? Retirement talk, rising pressure, and Crawford's criticism. Looking beyond March 1st, the fight against Lamont Roach Jr. may not...
Was it so easy when he fought Frank Martin?
Frank Martin was inexperienced and nervous. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be a different fight when I'm in there. He's going to be a different fighter when he's fighting me.
What's your game plan?
Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds. But I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock his head off.
Not be the final chapter of Gervonta Tank Davis's career, even if he's hinted at retirement. Fans are already buzzing about potential future matchups, with Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney sitting at the top of most wish lists. A showdown with Stevenson, in particular, would be a blockbuster event. Their ongoing social media jabs and constant comparisons have only fueled the hype. But making those high-stakes matchups happen might be easier said than done. Davis's team has earned a reputation for being highly selective with opponents, while Stevenson's camp isn't likely to accept anything less than a fair, competitive deal. The negotiations, should they ever begin, are bound to be complicated. Meanwhile,
Title's definitely gonna be next. 2025, we got big plans for everybody in the boxing world. Hey, Gervonta, knock knock.
Another big name in boxing has weighed in, and he isn't holding back. Undisputed welterweight champion Terence Crawford has made it clear that he believes Davis is actively avoiding the toughest challenges. According to Crawford, the choice to fight Lamont Roach Jr. only reinforces that perception. Despite Davis's impressive 30-0 record with 28 knockouts, Crawford is far from impressed with his level of competition. In a candid interview with Fight Hype, Crawford didn't mince words. Tank knows what's up. He knows what he's up against when it comes to Shakur or Ortiz, Crawford said. He wants to fight guys that everybody knows aren't going to give him a real fight. Crawford's comment
on Davis.
When I got in the ring, I'm not gonna lie, he surprised me with how much defense he really had. You know, of course, I was looking out for the power of, like, off the rip. I was looking out for his power. But when I started, like, when I was attacking and trying to set stuff up, like, he got, like, good upper body.
Let's reflect the growing sentiment among boxing fans who are frustrated with Davis's career path. They want to see Tank take on the best, fighters who can truly test him. While Lamont Roach Jr. is respected in boxing circles, many believe he simply isn't on Davis's level, and that this matchup is another safe choice for someone with Tank's talent and resume. So far, Davis's camp has stayed silent in response to Crawford's remarks. But the criticism isn't going away, and the timing couldn't be worse. Davis's title defense has already been under fire for being a step down in competition.
Tank said he's now the new face of boxing. What do you think?
For sure, he's the face of boxing. I don't have no problem with saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he deserves everything that's coming to him. He's the face of boxing.
Roach is moving up in weight and doesn't possess the same power or speed that has challenged Davis in past bouts. It's a fight that feels calculated and low risk. For Crawford and others, this is just more proof that Davis is more focused on maintaining an undefeated record than chasing greatness through dangerous, legacy-defining matchups. Whether or not Davis responds in the ring or finally steps up to face elite competition remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, the pressure is building and fight fans are watching closely.
Not take everything as a business, you know what I'm saying? That didn't bother me. You know, he brought up my mother as well. That didn't bother me.
Look, he got scared. Look.
I don't know right now, but
Crawford